What's up guys, I'm back with another video. It's been quite a long time. I've actually haven't done any of these videos in about, I think 3 months now. I took a little bit of a break because I went back to Europe. I was one of the lucky ones that got to fly back over the summer amidst this quarantine pandemic crisis with coronavirus. And so I was fortunate enough to go and see my Italian family and then go to France, and now I am back in the States for a period of time. And I wanted to share another video. I'm gonna keep doing this project because I think I've gotten good feedback, and I really am passionate about psychology and sharing things and experiences and tips that I've learned along the way through books, seminars and whatnot. And I know that I go towards other YouTube videos for reference and for advice and whatnot, and I think that if I can do that and help someone, great, because that's the whole point of this project. So let's get into it. I actually just watched a documentary that I wanted to speak about today called Minimalism. It's by the Minimalists, and this documentary was recommended to me by a very dear friend of mine, and she said that it sort of changed her life a little bit, and it did for me as well watching it. It's basically, I'm not going to give all the details, but it's really gets you thinking about what is actually happiness and what is success. And today, in today's society, we get confused and we get lost because the media feeds us information that isn't true. It could be true for the ego, but it doesn't necessarily get to the root of what true happiness is. And minimalism is based on having less stuff, and it's not consuming people, but it's consuming things and loving people. And unfortunately, that's what they say in their documentary, that in today's society we tend to do the opposite. We consume people and we love things, so we accumulate due to insecurities, due to many different things, but usually it's insecurity. So we want to feel full, and instead of having more space and to feel lighter, we tend to hoard. And it's not just for material things, it's also emotionally. And this documentary really opened up my mind to so many different things, and I really encourage you guys to go and watch it because it is life-changing. So that is definitely one thing that I want to talk about today. And also, now that I'm talking about things that I've consumed and I've watched over the last few months, I'm actually reading this book by Shetty, and it's called Think Like a Monk, and it's a great book. This was also suggested by my friend Daniela, and I'm really grateful that she suggested this book because it is opening up my mind, and it's actually having me question everything that I've thought to be the actual truth and that I've been attached to for the last years of my life. And it just it's a food for thought because it gets you thinking of what is actually important to you in life, and it sort of shows you that sometimes we say things and we preach things, but then we're not in alignment with ourselves and we act differently, and that is all dictated by our values. And sometimes we're not conscious of our values. And I'm not going to give away all the information in the book, because if you guys want to read it, I'm not going to give everything away. But it really starts off, I'm just going to give you the first sentence, and it says, he basically quotes the sociologist Charles Horton Cooley, that said, "I am not what I think I am, and I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am." So basically, it's saying that we're not what we think we are. We're not what the other person thinks that we are. We think we are what we think the other person thinks of us, if that makes sense. So it's basically saying that we live our lives, most of us live our lives, I'm not saying everyone, I'm guilty of this, through the lens of the other person or of other people, instead of being true to what we think is right for us and our needs and emotional and physical needs. And I think it's important that sometimes we sort of look at ourselves in the mirror and understand, okay, are the things that I'm doing today aligned with what I truly want, or is it aligned with what other people want or what you think that other people want? Are you dressing because you like what you're wearing, or is it because you think that it's going to please someone else? And I know this is maybe a taboo subject and people are sort of ashamed to talk about it, but I think it's important to address it. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, because I feel like everyone's gone through it at one point. It's important to really sort of see the difference between what you really want and what is your actually true belief, and not what your parents think, what your sisters or brothers think, or the system today, our society, the media thinks. What do you think will make you happy, and what are the things that you enjoy doing? What is the career that you actually want to do? And I think that will make a world of difference. I'm not going to give in too much more detail because it really is an amazing book, guys. I really highly recommend it. It's called Think Like a Monk by Shetty. So that's it for today. And he also talks about, I actually want to go back because the two things are tied together. He also talks about how he lived as a monk in India, and again they talk about not being tied to material things and sort of what the Minimalism documentary was saying too. And I just think that the two really tied well together. One's a book, one's a documentary on Netflix. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll be back with another video shortly on another book that I really, really liked and that really helped me. And if you guys have any suggestions about topics that you guys think be good to cover, let me know in the comment section below. And if you think that this video can help someone, please pass it along. And if you don't, then never mind. And have a good day. Bye bye.